This is what you see when you first enter the home, this 60-foot expanse. It's a launch pad for the day and a catwalk at night.
I'm Sara Gore and welcome to Open House NYC, everyone. I've got some amazing homes to show you this week and I am bringing it all to you from this corner duplex at the private residences at the iconic Plaza Hotel. This 4-bedroom, 4-bath beauty spans well over 3,500 square feet in a classic New York layout where each room has its own identity. This massive great room is the heart of the home where original details mix seamlessly with the modern decor. The bedrooms are all so lovely, including this primary suite. And I don't think there's anything wrong with waking up at the Plaza every day. Just ask Eloise. She might be upstairs in her own suite. We are getting started with artist and designer Sean McNanney. Sean is the founder of Saved New York in the West Village, where his curated showroom expands on all that he loves, something that also can be seen in his own Williamsburg, Brooklyn home.
What I like about design is creating a story, using materials that have a history, a value, a feeling. And in my own world, I use objects almost as words to create poetry. Hi, my name is Sean McNanney. I'm a designer, and welcome to my home in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. The building was built around 1900, and it's a railroad-style apartment, also known as a shotgun. When you walk into my apartment, you walk straight into the kitchen. It's the original floor in the kitchen. It's a bit rough luck, so I've layered it with 19th century carpets. I collect antique textiles, and we also sell them in our shop, Save New York. I have to say off the bat, I'm fascinated with the person who made it and what they might have been thinking when they were making it 100 years ago. And that also inspires me with my work because I try to make things that people have the same sensibility towards. I'm a bit of a bowerbird, surrounding myself with objects that inspire me. In the kitchen, it's also a bit of a scrapbook because I'm learning Turkish, so we have our spices labeled, portrait of my mother. These dishes were my great-grandma's fancy dishes. This is an original built-in. I've jazzed up with 19th century papier-mâché trays. And then you can see the Empire State Building through the window. Because we needed a home office, we turned our dining room into a study. I'm constantly working with textiles with Saved, and then with my personal work, I do embroidery by hand. Some of my work here, I embroidered the lampshades. This is a quilt that I worked on with my grandma when I was little. This is a 19th century quilt that I mounted on canvas. I'm a collector, so I'm forced to have gallery walls. I really respect someone who can just put one picture on one wall, and I hope to have more walls. Here we are in my bedroom. I'm a passionate collector of ceramics, especially French ceramics by Robert Lehman. The fixture is Turkish, early 20th century. This is my faux bamboo armoire that I got from Christie's interior sale when they used to have them. This is one of my blankets I designed for Saved. My stepmother is Mongolian, Nara, and by happy accident, that's how I got into the cashmere business. And the Mongolian carpets are very rare, and this is one that's in our family's collection. This is one of my favorite textiles, and then on the back is one of my designs. This is a pasha, and I love these linens that are from Istanbul. It's a very layered look, but I really believe if you love it, that there's no right, there's no wrong, it'll naturally flow together. Welcome to the Yellow Room. The color in here was actually a challenge to create. It's inspired by Nancy Lancaster's home in London, and she actually used a glaze, and she called it Turner's Yellow. So here we've painted it 5 different times to get the right hue. I finished the room with a frieze that I drew in graphite, and I wanted it to feel like a Native American ledger drawing. I have a mixture of silk velvet and cashmere cushions. This fabric is very special because in Mongolia, it's traditionally what's used to make the deal robe. And then I had the glass cut curio tables. In here is a little mixtures of presents, trinkets, family mementos. And then the cabinet here is American, and it's by Herder Brothers. Being a fan of the aesthetic movement, I love Persian turquoise, so I decided to collect these parrots. So if I see one at a good price, I scoop it up. Thanks for coming over to Brooklyn. It was a pleasure sharing my world with you, and I look forward to seeing you at my store, Save New York.
Coming up just after the break, we are in Calabasas, California to check out this Mediterranean style estate. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. Modern opulence and old world elegance meet at this Calabasas, California estate. This place was designed to impress the moment you walk in, and that first impression continues throughout its over 14,000 square feet. Take a look and don't get tired.
Hi, I'm Mercy Roth. Welcome to 25325 Prado de la Felicidad, located in the estate section of the Oaks. The first thing you notice as you enter into this beautiful property is the volume and the height of these pitched ceilings. And to top off this grand entrance are these dueling stairwells that create the true drama of a grand entrance. The Great Room is a great place to welcome your guests. Our first moment is the bar. It's beautifully outlined with a porcelain slab, and then it has brass accents that are highlighted with lights, and beautiful shelving to show off all your stunning glassware. Look at how expansive these views are with the vaulted ceilings and one of the custom chandeliers. From this angle, you can really see all the details that go into the plaster in this wall. And right across from the bar, we have the wine tasting room, which is designed with 2,000-year-old biblical stone and a custom painted fresco, which is on the ceiling. In case you're wondering what biblical stone is, it's stone that comes directly from the Holy Land and the cobblestone walkways that people used to walk on thousands of years ago. So clearly there's a lot of great conversation starters here in this room. Or continue your conversation as you head into the billiard room. One of my favorite things about the billiard room is the contrast that it has to the rest of the house. The leather walls and the custom dark woodwork really brings a nice moodiness and darkness to the room. And how fun is this ornate chandelier that hangs perfectly over this pool table? This is a perfect place to play a game of pool with your friends or just have a good time before you head on into the kitchen. Welcome to the heart of the home, where the kitchen blends seamlessly into the family room. You have two islands. The Italian onyx slab adds a touch of texture, and the unique lighting above adds a romantic touch to this beautiful kitchen. There are so many views and angles from this house, but they're always perfectly symmetrical. The lines of the house guide you from the openness in the kitchen to the family room, even up to the lit beams in the ceiling. There's definitely multiple moments here as well, from the indoor seating in the kitchen to the indoor seating in the family room, as well as the various outdoor seating. Additionally, there's a fully stocked outdoor kitchen, which is complemented by a beautiful rose garden to the side. There's a little something for everyone in this outdoor space. The primary is really its own getaway with a spa-like experience. You get the 7 layers of Textone plaster, which continues from the other parts of the house, and they seamlessly blend the light colors with the dark wood. It's really a mix of old and new. There are so many balconies in the house, but none offer the views that this does. You really are king of the hill here, looking down on the expansive views throughout the area. The backyard is absolutely stunning and one of my absolute favorite parts of this home. It is the quintessential outdoor entertaining space, going from the 700 square foot putting range to the beautiful infinity pool with a Baja shelf and hot tub, to the spectacular views you see at every angle, not to mention the complete outdoor dining experience you can get all over this property. And when you're out here, you get to look back and really see how expansive and how broad this property is. Well, that wraps up our tour. Thank you for stopping by. Look forward to seeing you on the next property.
Coming up just after the break, we are back in New York to tour this rejuvenated old school Soho Loft. We'll see you in just a few. Welcome back, everyone. Now we join interior designer Alvin Wayne for a look at how he brought new life to his client's huge Soho loft with an enthusiastic use of color, pattern, and art. The result is design savvy and family friendly and pet friendly. Three things that don't always work together. So let's see how he made that magic happen.
This loft is my redefinition of a family home. It had to be kid and pet friendly, as well as art savvy. I'm Alvin, let me show you around. This is what you see when you first enter the home, this 60-foot expanse from front to back. I mean, you can definitely work up a sweat running sprints in here. It's a launch pad for the day and a catwalk at night. We added this arch to soften up the space and for a bit of drama. And on the back wall, we added the mirror to reflect the light. And these giant paper lanterns add an ethereal quality that helps guide you to the light of the living room. And this is where things really open up, am I right? With two exposures, we decided to create two living areas, because why not? One is for family gathering and watching television, and the other is for a more intimate conversation. We brought in this deep, comfortable sectional in a dark blue leather, and we paired it with this oversized pattern ottoman. And underfoot, we placed this soft Moroccan wool rug. This is definitely not an area that takes itself too seriously. And for this area, the original tile was my main inspiration. It's a pattern that I repeated in the upholstery of these chairs and that lamp. It's even in the artwork. And we repeated the blue from the sofa in this area rug for a bit of continuity. And we created this vibrant moment just in case you want to curl up by yourself with a good book or a cat. The biggest transformation in this kitchen was this wall. It used to be this 80s era glass brick. So we tore it down, drywalled it, and added tile in the similar pattern to the fireplace. We really leaned into an industrial aesthetic with the rolling carts and with these open floating shelves that also display art. The clients decided not to have a traditional dining area. Instead, we created this charming breakfast nook with an antique church pew and a distressed metal table that just gets better each year. Love that patina. Follow me to the lounge. We brought in this fun, low modular seating so it can be arranged any way your heart desires. The clients love blue, so I wanted to bring in different shades of that color for visual interest. And speaking of visual interest, the coffee table was inspired by Yves Klein. We made it using metal legs, acrylic, and a glass top. Sometimes design should be all about fun, and that's exactly what we were thinking with the lighting. The family mainly uses this room to listen to music, so I say, turn it up. Oh, sorry. He was reading. Clearly the cats have made themselves right at home in the primary bedroom. We brought graphic prints into the bedding and the carpet. But do you want to know what my favorite part about designing this bedroom was? Follow me. Check out this closet. One of the advantages of adding walls to an open space is that you can do anything you want. And my client wanted a dream closet, and I think I delivered. It features all custom millwork in white oak, plenty of storage, and plenty of opportunities to check your stuff out. And so we end where we began. This was my colorful take on the Soho Loft, where style and comfort meet. It was such a joy to work on this project, and I hope you enjoyed it as well.
Coming up, we are back in LA to explore this designer's latest project. Welcome back, everyone. And now we head back out to LA to join interior designer Nicole Sassaman for one of her latest projects. See how she added playful touches with just the right amount of glamour to create a home that's timelessly stylish, yet effortlessly comfortable.
Hi, my name is Nicole Sassaman, and welcome to one of my latest projects. This home belongs to Susie Eakins, and she's a big movie producer that produced Ocean's 8, where she met Anne Hathaway and ended up buying this home from her. So you know there's going to be a lot of fun things to see. Let's get started. One of the first things you notice on this tour, this is not just a sign, this is a piece of artwork. And ends up being a piece that she made during one of the shoots of the Ocean's movies. This light fixture was really fun to me because it was a new take on the old Sputnik light, and it added this really kind of fun, unique touch with these crystals on the ends of it. And when I saw this piece, I was like, it's totally a keeper and it's gonna make this room. So everything around it needed to be fun and pink and feminine. So we did the pink rug, pink tables, pink chairs, pink baskets, pink pillows, and it really added to what she previously had here, which was just a very monotone interior. And there you go. And moving on into the kitchen, Susie loved the idea of living in the country, so she didn't want her house to become too modern. So we wanted to make sure we worked around this fabulous farm sink and floated with this amazing little touch with the chicken wire on the cabinetry. And we followed it up with a beautiful farmhouse kitchen table and kept the windows with this open expanse leading to the forest. When Susie saw this Inga Moyer light fixture in my home, she loved it, but she wanted to make it uniquely her own and add a few pieces like Jerry Weintraub's sayings and some fun lines from the Ocean's movies. To complement this creative light fixture, behind us we have something even more interesting, a slice of history. Here we have Susie's first prop, which was her apple box from Karate Kid. Then we have these amazing boxing gloves that were actually Muhammad Ali's. And let's not forget Jerry Weintraub's shoes from the Ocean's movie. Overall, this whole area is a curation of Susie's amazing history through Hollywood, along with Jerry Weintraub's and her father, Bud Eakins. Welcome to the primary suite. This was a very challenging space. It was incredibly long and narrow, almost like two small rooms combined to be one. We created these beautiful niches. Not only were these bookshelves a way to separate the space and help us out in an architectural way, they also became a place where we could highlight memorabilia and things that were important to Susie in a stylish way. And on this side of the primary suite, we changed everything. We were able to put the furniture in a way that would more open up the space and get it to face all of the views, which is the most important thing about this house. Whether you wake up in the morning from your bed, to your lounge chair having your cup of coffee, you have your own private sanctuary. As you can see, some people really enjoy a good lounge. Here we are, one of our last stops, the outdoor area. It was really an amazing experience to create all of these separate outdoor vignettes with seating areas. This is one of my favorite seats, but everyone else loves the pool because there's nothing like a good splash in sunny California. This finishes our tour. I hope you had as much fun as I did showing you around, and we'll see you at the next property.
Coming up, curated riverfront living just after the break. Welcome back, everyone. Now we're with interior designer Kesha Franklin at this riverside gem in Weehawken, New Jersey. Check out how Kesha combined her clients' collections along with chic furnishings to create a cosmopolitan sanctuary overlooking the city. Enjoy.
Hi, I'm Kesha Franklin, CEO and Principal Designer of Halden Interiors. Welcome to my client's home in Weehawken, New Jersey. I like to call this project the cultural experience on the river because of my client's extensive travels to Ghana, Nigeria, and the Ivory Coast. All throughout the home, you'll find artifacts, objects, and art that represent her travels throughout the continent. Let's go take a look. It's important to set the design tone early, and this entry gallery does just that. It features art exclusively by African American artists that my client loves and admires. We left this wall white to give it a real gallery feel, and on this wall we added this truffle brown grass cloth paper to add texture and a little drama. As soon as you walk into this main entertaining area, you can't help but notice the stunning views. We carried the truffle brown grass cloth wallpaper from the entry into this living room and added this textured metallic wallpaper to further define and frame the area. This custom sectional is the perfect scale for this space. We covered it in a herringbone patterned linen. Its low profile was designed to not obstruct the views. One of my clients' prized possessions is this hand-carved sculpture that we created into a coffee table by adding a glass top so that you could see all the intricate details. Nupe pots from Nigeria and masks and sculptures from Ghana and the Ivory Coast add the perfect finishing touches to this living room. One of the highlights of this apartment is this large wraparound terrace. The cultural experience continues with this bold pop of red in the dining chairs and accent pillows, and layers of texture and pattern, and these African ceremonial masks. Morning, noon, or night, the incredible views of the Manhattan skyline create the perfect backdrop to sit back, relax, and let the cares of the world fall away. Here in the primary suite, it was all about creating a glamorous boutique hotel experience. We did that with this gold, jewel-toned, upholstered bed, which has a similar color to the ceiling in the dining area. Behind the bed, we covered the wall with this handmade beaded wallpaper with copper accents that shimmer in the light. A starburst light fixture hangs overhead, and these diamond-shaped mirrors open up the space. For the window treatment, we added these raised abstract pattern shears that don't obstruct the views but add visual interest. It was such a pleasure creating this curated cultural experience with a touch of modern glam. Thanks for joining me. Hope to see you next time.
Give this video a thumbs up and let us know which of these gorgeous homes featured in this episode was your favorite. So many to choose from. Which will you pick?